So I've been talking to a couple people about, just doing side businesses and stuff. And one of the things I do is kind of junk removal and dumpster rentals. And I thought I'd just show a quick video of, a realistic what a drop off and preparation and pickup looks like. So I'm going to do my pre-trip. So I just rented this out last weekend to a guy. And this weekend I actually had time and I gave it a hand wash, greased all the pistons, charged the battery, shined the wheels up, did everything to it. I also went through and wire wheeled all the rust spots and hit it with some rust preventer. It looks weird now, but once, dirt and crap gets on it and slides, it'll smooth in. I could have also picked a less shiny paint, but, it's a trailer. I'm just trying to prevent it from rust. So, a couple things. One of the biggest things you gotta do when you comes back from a rental is just make sure everything, so I cut out there, but I was just saying to make sure that, everything's there. Some people like to take things or forget things, and look at this, I had a hook on that side and it's gone. What do? Do you charge customer? Or do you just eat it? This is for the ladder, the tarp to come down and lock up into, so it's nice and tight. For me, I know the guy who rented this. This happened a while ago. I just let it go. It's whatever. Check your tires, tire pressure. Look at this, actually. This past weekend, I rented it out, came back, nail in the tire. Now, if this is a customer, what do? Do you charge them? Do you not charge them? The last guy who rented this rents all the time for me, paid me thousands over the years, or probably this year alone. And I'm just gonna patch it and call it a day. If it keeps happening, I'll definitely speak up about it. Check all your tires. Then probably the most important part, check your electronics and your hydraulic systems. Bring it up and down, make sure it doesn't leak. Check in here, make sure everything you left in here is still here. You don't want people stealing stuff. Changing out your pump, I've seen one guy do, which is totally crazy, but I like to keep a multimeter and a trickle charger. This is just so that if for some reason I'm at, someone's house and it's low, I can be like, hey, can I plug it in for the day you have it? That'd be a huge help. And they'll be like, yeah, sure. And that's just in a pinch. I never actually have done that, but I could probably. Another big thing is go on Amazon, spend $50-$60 and get some good locks. Obviously, if someone wants to get this, they're going to get it, but it's just going to keep a thief honest. So that's just some things I look over. Just give everything a once over. Make sure, renting this kind of stuff is always going to have some kind of damage, but just make sure that it's not intentional or overdoing it, and you'll be fine. Check all your blinkers, check everything. Make sure everything functions. Your pins are here. And so everything seems to work. Now I'm going to show you dropping it off at the customer's house, and hopefully they're not there so I could really explain what I do, including, kind of setting it up on blocks, chalking it off, and we'll go from there. All right, so real quick, I am driving to the job, and one thing I didn't mention is that, I never let people drive with my trailer. It's strictly drop off, lock it up, chalk it, they load, I pick it up, they pay me. I feel like you're just getting way too complex when you let people drive the trailer, between insurance reasons and liability, and they might overload it and screw up your piston by loading or trying to lift 8,000 pounds when your trailer rated for 4, And I think that, when they drive, they're more prone to use heavy machinery, dumping stuff in there, and it just gets crazy. So for me, I just drop it off. I see no benefit. And, you could also control your loads that way. I've had a guy one time, I went to go pick it up, and it ended up being the trailer was entirely full of shingles, 8-yard trailer full of shingles. And I told the guy, this is like 5 times overloaded. And, I had to have him unloaded onto the driveway. I took what I could take, and I came back for another load. And he was screaming at me saying I couldn't take the load, when in the contract it strictly states no rock, no asphalt, no shingles, or hazardous waste. And that's the way to go. If they want to throw out, all these paint cans or old oil or shingles or rock, I'm not your guy. I'm not going to let my trailer get obliterated by rock or concrete or asphalt or anything like that over a couple $100, So keep that in mind. Don't just take every job that comes. Don't let people, I'll pay an extra $200 if I could drive for the day. That's the biggest red flag. Keep it simple. Don't be too money hungry, because it's going to bite you. So I'll show you when I get there. All right, so I just picked up the load from the last clip. There's a very cut and dry job here. They threw out like 4 mattresses and like a couple random pieces of plywood. They stacked it really weird, so I took up a lot of space, and that's good for me because it's less weight, which means less dumping fees. My shirt's weird because I'm trying to cover up this company shirt I'm wearing. I don't want to put them online, but yeah, so really cut and dry, super easy. I was going to record when I was over there, outside talking to me. So this is the kind of situation where I can go to the dump tomorrow morning and dump this, but you know, it's honestly about half a load. So what I'm going to do is, today's Thursday, I'm going to bump up marketing tonight for the next couple of days and hope that over the weekend I could get a couple people cut out there. But I was going to say, I was going to bump up marketing to get some people with, you know, random odds and ends, maybe a little sofa or corner tables and, you know, random stuff like that. Because that's the kind of stuff I could charge a little cheaper. You know, I could go charge 50, 60, 80 bucks for a couple of small things thrown in here, and that'll pay the dump fee and just increase profits. And if that doesn't work, I'll throw out some stuff I have at home I want to throw out. So either way, it'll pay off. But yeah, I'll show you exactly what they put when I get home. So yeah. Okay, so this is what they ended up throwing out. Like I said, not a lot. This is actually pretty good plywood. That's just a big pipe. I'm not sure what that'd be for, but mattresses, there's a treadmill under here. Some smaller ones there, so it's super easy, super light load. I mean, hopefully the dump fee on this is 40 bucks for me, 50 bucks, so hopefully we'll see. And so hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea of a really, really basic junk removal job. And hopefully if you have any questions, you can ask me and I'll make more videos. So, following up real quick, I might have spoke too soon. This is my trailer to store some of my small engines before I get a shed. Got a nice 5-gallon jug. That's huge. I mean, that's, you know, 20 bucks, not huge, but whatever. But always inspect your loads. Because what do we have in here? Garbage can full of paint. That is not allowed to dump, and that's a huge fine. So yeah, that's not good.